Alright guys, here at Davis Autosports, we are super excited to offer you guys another extremely rare find. This is a 2001 Toyota Tacoma extended cab TRD 4-wheel drive manual transmission 6-cylinder flawless Carfax, impeccable history, 20,000 original documented and certified miles. As you see, this is an SR5, but it is the color option match SR5, so it gives you sort of the appearance of a limited with the color match front grille, color match front bumper, as well as fender flares. This is a factory TRD truck. Bilstein shocks, skid plates, rear locking differential. Very rare configuration with the manual transmission 4-wheel drive 6-cylinder. 20,000 miles, perhaps the lowest mileage Tacoma for this generation on the entire U.S. market. If you guys are unfamiliar with us here at Davis Autosports, please pause this video. Go to our website. It's davisautosports.com to get familiar with who we are and what we do. We specialize in this generation Tacoma as well as 4Runners. And you'll see on our website that we've sold some absolutely stunning Tacomas in the past. Just a beautiful truck. We are shooting this in 4K as well as high definition, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to select the 4K or HD option. It's on the bottom right side of your screen. Sort of looks like a torque bit or sort of like a hexagon looking symbol. Put your mouse over it and select the HD option. Now this Tacoma, as you'll see in this video and all the photos that we have, is truly in beautiful condition. But guys, keep in mind this is a 2001 model vehicle. It will show some very slight imperfections here and there. In the photos we pointed out a few little chips and small tiny scratches that have been touched up. But as you'll see in this video, this Tacoma is truly beautiful. Good rubber all the way around. Now I also want to point out, guys, there are about 2 or 3 small dings on the truck that we are going to get removed. Our PDI, or excuse me, our PDR guy, paintless dent removal guy, is out of town for the holidays. So there is one above that TRD decal, center frame. We are going to get all these removed. There's no additional cost to that. There's also going to be one or two tiny ones on the tailgate. Also, guys, on the bed of the truck right here, it's going to get out of focus, but as soon as I back up, you'll see right in this area, there's a scratch that has been touched up. No body damage or anything like that, but there is a scratch there that's been touched up. And you know, throughout the vehicle, there's small little areas. We did photograph them of areas that have been small little tiny areas that have been touched up. Nothing major at all. There's one there, one there. You really got to look for them, but nonetheless, there are a few around the vehicle. I mean, they're tiny, they're small. The one I showed you on this back bed is by far the largest, but there are a couple of those throughout the vehicle, as expected with a 15, 16-year-old truck. The worst of any sort of wear and tear is a dent right here. That will get removed. The roof, as I'll show you later, but as you saw earlier, is also in great condition. The bumpers are absolutely perfect. The headlights are in phenomenal condition. These trucks, guys, we've been selling these trucks for years and years. We specialize in them. You can go to our website and take a look at them. The ones that we've sold over the years, we've literally sold some of the cleanest, nicest ones ever sold. And they are just getting so hard to come across. A couple years ago, you know, they were easier to find, and now they're just people that own them don't want to get rid of them because A, they know that they're really not going to be able to replace it with a vehicle of the same value that's as dependable, reliable, and that they love as much. So a lot of people are keeping them, and then, you know, when they do come up on the market like this, they don't last long. So it's not like there's a lot to choose from. So, you know, to find one in this configuration with a manual, with a four-wheel drive, with a 6-cylinder, with only 20,000 miles, this thing's not going to last, guys. Extremely clean rockers, which is usually an issue on these trucks. Not an issue. The pinch weld is perfect. If you guys are wondering why the paint is so beautiful on this thing, first and foremost, it was very well taken care of, but we also did our full paint correction service on this vehicle. And before I get into detail with that, I do want to point out this tailgate, guys. You got some right here. It's going to probably get out of focus, but when I back up, you'll see there's some areas there that have been touched up, and there's a couple little light scratches right there on the bottom that have also been touched up. Just want to point that out to you guys. The roof is in beautiful condition. The paint on the roof just looks like the rest of the vehicle. So guys, our paint correction service consists of Wet sanding with sandpaper, a very thin layer of clear coat off, because the clear coat is actually what has all the imperfections and what gives the vehicle its shine. So we essentially sand off a layer of that, and then from there we compound, polish, buff. A vehicle like this, it's about a 4-day process, but your end result is beautiful, beautiful paint. Go ahead and pull this key out, drive us both crazy. So inside is absolutely perfect as it should be. Any sort of coloration, guys, that you guys are seeing, like in that upper door panel, that's just a variation of the material depending on which way you rub it. It's almost like a suede sort of material, so that's not dirt, that's just the way it's been rubbed. Door jambs are super clean. Another thing, guys, center frame, what you see, that's the VIN sticker issued from the factory. Every single panel on this truck has the original VIN plate on it, so it's an original vehicle. All the plastic trim pieces are perfectly intact. I mean, look at that floor mat. I mean, absolutely as clean as can be. True TRD truck, rear differential locking, 5-speed manual transmission, 4-wheel drive. Super, super, super clean inside. The carpets are absolutely 100% stain free throughout the entire vehicle. All the seats have 0 defects. The cigarette lighter has never been used. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood for you guys real quick. Look how clean that back firewall is. All the hardware is super clean. All the lines are in great condition. The clamps are very clean. So if you look at these little yellow dots on a lot of the hardware and bolts, what that's from is from the factory when they're assembling the engine. They mark all these so that whoever is assembling the engine knows that that particular piece of hardware has been torqued properly and everything else. So it actually still maintains, and that's just paint from the factory. It's not meant to last any longer than when the vehicle's in the factory, so that they don't retorque it or whatever the case is. It's a time efficiency thing, and so that stuff doesn't get over torqued. So to still see the yellow paint on some of the bolts just really, goes to show how clean and how little wear this engine has on it. Once again, guys, it's a 2001 Tacoma. It's a TRD package, manual transmission, 4-wheel drive. I do want to be very clear. I tried to show you guys all the little imperfections on here. Please view the photos. As you see, the body's in incredible condition, but this is all stuff that I showed you already. Very small little touch-ups. So don't buy the vehicle and say, hey, you've got, some touch-up here and there. We know that. We're telling you that up front. We're very, very open about everything. But as you see, even with the HD camera 2 feet away, I mean, there's literally, I could count how many little pieces have been touched up. This whole rear bed doesn't have any whatsoever on them. So that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Thank you.